I am 29 years old. You know what that does to a person? Yesterday, I was on a walk with my husband and I said something out loud that had been coming to me a few times for the entirety of this year. A feeling of, I don't know what I want. This is particularly strange because I am someone who has always kind of known what I wanted, at least in the vague, basic sense, but a lot of the times also in the specific sense. In a vague sense, I want what everyone wants, like a nice life, a nice house with maybe some windows and a tree outside my home that I can romanticize, maybe kids, but some dogs and cats, and just a creative career where I do something that I don't hate, where I do something that I'm kind of naturally good at. This is specific enough, right? Like it's vague enough or specific enough depending on how you look at it. So I have always wanted that. In fact, for two-thirds of my life so far, I had only one goal: escape. I had to get out of where I grew up so that my life could finally start, right? And when my life started, it was better than anything that I could have dreamed. And I have a vivid imagination. So throughout my 20s, I just seized every opportunity that was at my feet. And I knew what I wanted back then. How is it possible that someone knew everything at 22 or 23? They knew everything that they wanted. But at 29, I feel like I know nothing. So today I'm going to flesh out this feeling and just try to make sense of whatever garbage is going on in my head. So hi and welcome to another episode of Notes from a Desi Girl. I think we're at episode 10 or 11, is it? Well, my name is Manasi, or as the French would like to say, Manasi. I have been thinking about this since yesterday, since my walk. I said this out loud, and my husband, who is in his 30s, he's like 3 or 4 years older than me, he said, "Welcome to your 30s." I'm not 30 yet. I have a few months to go. And weirdly, I've never dreaded turning 30. I kind of looked forward to it because I thought that being in my 30s would mean more money, more muscle, just a more stable life, and that I would have a dog or something. So these are things to look forward to, right? That I'd have more wisdom than I did at 22, and that I'd know a bit of who I was, which means the open loop of who I am constantly in the background or in the back of my mind is not as energy consuming as it otherwise is at 22. So why am I weirded out by this? Like I am one of the few people who has always said I can't wait to turn 30. I think 30 is more of a concept than an age. I'm now realizing. And so I asked my husband, like, what's your name? Welcome to your 30s. Is this it? And he's like, well, no. It's just more like 30s is all about routine and 20s was more about learning new things. I thought about that and it's partly true. In fact, it is the basis of what I want to talk about because I have from the mouth of the horse himself. 30s are like that. In fact, as it turns out, 90% of my friends are in their early to mid 30s. And I think a lot of them, like they call me a kid, but that's not true. I feel like I'm 35. Okay. So I thought about this. My 20s was about learning. When you come from a strict and abusive household, like I don't want to say that word because what if, my video gets flagged or something. When you come from that kind of a childhood, you harbor a scarcity mindset. You think in the scarcity mindset, you think everything will be taken from you. So you kind of want to try everything when it's given to you, right? Even if you're gonna throw up from eating all that, you're gonna eat everything. And so in my 20s, I tried like 30 different hobbies. And I was good at a lot of them. In fact, I became the gal who tries, which is great. And I realized that most humans can be good at most things if you first just try. And second, keep going at it for like 3 months because we're all idiots most of the time anyway. Might as well be an idiot by trying something new for the first 3 months, right? And I tried a lot of things like salsa bachata dancing or whole dancing, but like not in the stripper way. Not that there's anything wrong with that. In the more workout way because I didn't just want to go to the gym. I kind of wanted something more interesting. I tried circus school and MUN, Model United Nations. So, like, similar to debating, which was huge because everybody growing up told me you're shy and you're introverted, which is absolutely not true. I'm unhinged and extroverted. And I only found that out when I just put myself out there. I did a lot of these other little things. So, my 20s has definitely been about trying and learning. But now that I think about it, my 20s was about becoming. In fact, a lot of our 20s is about becoming, but our 30s is about being, which is why I assume it feels so steady and kind of uneventful. Like, this is so strange. I just got a puppy a few months ago, and he is wild. He is amazing. He does funny things every day. I can see in his eyes when he learns something new or when he plans a different route to a heist to steal one of my socks or a purse or something. So I can see that interesting thing going on every day. I might get more dogs in the future. I might get a different job in the future if my work permit situation sorts itself out, or maybe this podcast takes off. So a lot of cool things could happen, which means there's novelty in my 30s too. But the thing is, I was thinking about it like a cloud. You know how we always, as kids, thought that clouds are so beautiful and like cotton candy in the sky. And I always wanted to like jump around on them like they were cotton candy and like this large fluffy bed of just, cotton. So when we see it from far away, in fact, even when we are on a flight and we see it from far away or from up top, they look quite pretty. And I think that's what our 20s are about. In fact, even before our 20s, we are always taught to think forward and to achieve that thing and then go towards the horizon, right? Like the bar keeps going forward or changing, but we are in this state of what's forward, what's next, until, as it turns out, the age of 29. So they're always like, oh my god, girl, like study for 10th, you're fine. And then after 10th, they say, no, no, study for 12th, girl. Actually, that's the one. And then after 12, they're like, no, no, engineering and all, you have to like top and all, otherwise, what company will hire you? And so they are like, think forward, what's next, next, next. But at the age of 29, there is no next. Like, I'm on a flight right now, and I'm sure a lot of you have been on a flight and at least once in your life gone through clouds. I think that's what our 30s are like. My 30s will be like. I'm in a cloud. It looks really pretty from the outside. But when you're inside the cloud, it's super uneventful because you have already become who you are, or part of who you are, or the things that you said you would do if you did them, then you've become a little bit of who you said you would. And this cloud is so like you don't even know if you're going forward or backwards or up or down, right? It just, you know logically that the plane is moving forward and that's why you know you're going forward, but otherwise it's pretty dull and boring in there. And my husband was like, 30s is mostly about routine because you want to keep a good health and you want to do things responsibly, more or less. And I was like, yeah, routine is like that. Routine is like being inside a cloud. Now, what I don't know is whether it's just my 30s that will feel like I'm inside a cloud, or will it be my 40s, 50s, everything. But as it turns out, whatever my 40s and 50s are like, I don't think that far ahead because we cannot plan things. From COVID, we cannot plan anything. So I like to not think several years ahead anymore. That just doesn't work out for anyone. I think like you could vaguely plan it, but I don't really plan it like that anymore. I just try to think in the next week or the next few weeks or at most the next few hours, which is something we'll talk about later. And all I can think of ever since I've been 29 years of age is, girl, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I want. Very strange feeling for someone who's specific enough to know what my podcast is about, like, or what my vlogging channel. I did everything I said I would. I got the opportunity to do some things I said I would, and the other things I took the opportunity. And yet here I stand. Being 29 years of age does something to a person This is the pivot where you go from thinking forward and looking at the horizon always to being in this cloud where you don't really see the horizon. You just kind of trust that you've reached, you've become, you are in your being state. And there is no other better way that I can put this. So are you, if you're 29 years old, I get it. I totally get it. This is hard in a weird way. It's disorienting because there is no obvious marker as to where I'm going. I just trust that the bunch of things I tried in my 20s are just part of who I am, and that they lead me to one direction that is good and will get me a nice life, to use that umbrella term. I don't know what is going on. Like, what am I doing? This video is the start of me accepting that from now on, life isn't about moving towards something necessarily. Life is just about existing now, but not in a bad way. If I don't say it out loud and change this or reframe this as a way of thinking, then I'll always use the wrong answer key to live life from now on, and then everything will seem flat because I can't really see where I'm going. That's not true. I have a lot of what I wanted because I worked towards it since the age of 22. So this is not about being sad or complaining, not at all. This is about confusion because I hadn't heard it said like this. And then I said some of this to my husband. He's like, welcome to your 30s. It's actually, you're not crazy for feeling this way. This happens a lot. And I'm like, oh. But again, I don't have to like be dead inside or anything just because I'll be in my 30s now. With this new answer key, I hope I'll just very slowly accept this reframe. I think, because what other choice do I have? I have to accept that now I am in the being or whatever, in the cloud, you know? So I'm going to conclude this thought by saying that you and I aren't lost. It's just that there's way too much information out there, and it's this tangled web of information that isn't specific enough to what a 29-year-old feels necessarily. Like, there's some quotes out there by people who talked about how much pressure they felt in their 20s to, become something, and then in their 30s they were like pretty chill about most things because they were already 30, and then what's the worst that could happen? But this feeling of now being alienated from my 20s and now entering my 30s soon in some months, I I kind of feel like I'm betraying people who are in their 20s by saying, "Oh yeah, I'm still in my 20s." Like, I have been in my 30s, I feel, for a while now, especially since this feeling started coming. This is a very nothing age to be, like, why 29? I think you should be 28, then just directly jump to 30. And like, you should get 2 years of 30 because that's what this is like anyway. Hopefully, from now on, with the rest of all my podcast episodes, which I hope are in the hundreds, because I have all these thoughts, I think they might be with a slightly different reframe of not who am I in the blanket sense, who am I inside what I've already built. Because there's not that much novelty left when everything you've built is kind of around you, always looking back at you. That's a different kind of identity crisis. You know what? I think that's enough for today because that kind of identity crisis, I think I'll have like one a week for the next 10 years anyway. So we'll have this exist with me in this AC or existential crisis for a long time, for the foreseeable future. So for now, I think I'll just end here. If you watched it till the end, hi and thanks, because that means you and I can relate to each other, and that means you are part of my tribe. I think this is a great way to find my tribe because I can't just go to coffee shops and talk to people to find my tribe. Like, I love talking to people in coffee shops, but not with the intention of finding my tribe. This is where my tribe is. So if you're here, thank you, and I will see you again very soon in another episode. Bye.